first things that I'd like to talk about on this channel and just subjects is codependency issues. Now, as you can see, I'm by myself, just walking around on my lonesome, and I'm happy. Like, I don't need anybody else to give me that gratification of, happiness. It's just me doing me. And like, I have a beautiful view of things that I'm just doing by myself. I don't even like the back because I'm wearing all lines on. Ooh, it's windy. But I'm just doing me, like, I don't have to have a group of people with me to get satisfaction. I just have me and myself, and that's, to be honest, all I need. And I know a lot of people in this world do suffer from a lot of problems with codependency. I did forever. Going to do something by myself was like unheard of. And now that I'm like really learning what it means to be happy, I don't need a bunch of people to give me that satisfaction. I don't need to have like massive amounts of people hanging out with me all the time. I used to be really bad, and I think my drug addiction, along with the fact that I had all these codependency issues, was like killing me inside. Like, I would have like at least 40 people at my house on a daily basis, and yeah, we were like using too, so like that had its aspect. And like, when I got sober, everybody in that world disappeared, and I was alone again. And I was sad because I was alone. And that just, to me, didn't make any logical sense. It's like, I have to have this group of people around me to, signify and solidify my happiness. And like, that just doesn't make sense. Like, if you can't be happy alone, there's a lot of issues there. There's a shit ton of issues that you're not dealing with inside your head to really get you there, And like, suggestions from me to you guys: take yourself out on a date, like by yourself. Go out, get lunch, get dinner, go out to one of your favorite restaurants that you really feel like you need somebody there with you. Go by yourself. Like, just take yourself out. Don't give a god dang what anybody else thinks about you, and just do you. Like, go out to a movie. The first time I went to a movie by myself, I will be honest with all of you, was so awkward. Like, I felt so weird. And same with taking myself out to dinner. The first few times are gonna be weird because you're not used to it. Like, I took myself out to Red Lobster for the first dinner by myself, and like, even the waiter was like, "Are you waiting for somebody?" And I was just like, "Nope, just me, man." It was really awkward, but like, after I got over that little hump, it was so nice to just go out, take myself out to lunch, or, go to a movie by myself, enjoy it. Like, I have all the power in that situation, and so do you guys. Like, you don't have to satisfy anybody else but your needs at that point in time. And I think that's something that we all lack. Like, we all try so hard to make everybody else's priorities our priorities instead of just worrying about our needs and wants, and we're not happy. We're not happy because of those things, Like, if you're with a group of people and you want to go see a movie, say you got 5 people, that's 6 opinions, That's 6 people that may or may not want to see the same movie, there's a lot of things with that. Same with like going out and just doing things, going out for a walk. Like, I mean, when's the last time you were out in public and you really just seen a group of people walking together? Unless they absolutely had to, no, it doesn't really happen. Like, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with like going for a walk with a friend or something. Like, that's cool too, but I'm strictly talking about trying to break your codependency issues. Like, trying to just kill the codependency is such a tough thing, and you gotta make time to do that. Like, I love hanging out with my friends, don't get me wrong, but I take more time out of my week to just do me than I do hang out with other people. And it's because I have to. I have such bad demons with codependency that I am trying myself to kill. And you have to consistently fight those demons. You can't give up. You can't just think you're good and be like, all right, I broke it. Like, I can just go back to the way things were now that I'm not codependent. That's not how it works. You really got to work at it every single day, every day. Like, I take my little time out, usually in the mornings, and like, morning time, I'll come out here to Lambeau Field, because Lambeau Field's the closest thing to my house that's like a destination. And then over here is Titletown. And they have a lot of stuff in Titletown, and I can just walk around, enjoy what's around me. There's so much that we miss out on because we're so codependent on other people. And like, if you think about it relationship wise, if you're so down on yourself and so codependent on other people's opinion, then you're gonna go for the bottom of the barrel type people because you think that's all you deserve, and you're gonna constantly want somebody else to really like satisfy that need, and you don't need that. You can really find good people out there once you learn to love yourself properly, and once you learn to actually be alone and be happy. You're not gonna just jump to somebody that will spend time with you. And that's the mistake I've made in my past, where I've literally just like needed somebody there. In my heart, I needed somebody there, so I just grasped onto whoever would take me. And that is going to get you very, very poisonous and toxic people in your life, because usually the people that will just jump to doing that are also codependent and also have very toxic issues that they have to deal with. You know, like, I've went relationship after relationship of just moving in with somebody, and like, because I didn't want to be alone, it didn't work out. It's never gonna work out. Like, you may have like 1 in a million chances that that actual issue and that, you know, that situation will work out on, but it's not very often. I can promise you that it's not gonna work out. You know, you're just consistently filling a void instead of just dealing with your problems properly. So I do things like taking myself out to a movie, going for a walk, skateboarding, listening to music. Like, I don't like to just stick myself at home doing nothing, because sometimes, you know, that can get very boring. But even when I'm at home, I'll draw, I'll paint, I'll write music, you know. I'll do something with my time by myself. And like, even chilling at home watching a movie by myself is satisfying to me, that I've really like broke my codependency issues down to where I can manage and control them. And that's something that I hope this channel can do for y'all. I mean, that is one of the hardest issues, I have to say, in our society. 90% of all of us are codependent and have codependent tendencies. 90%. That is a huge, huge percentage, and y'all know it too. Y'all know it. That's why you stick yourself in shitty relationships and shitty friendships and stick with it, because you don't want to be alone and you feel like that's what you deserve. You will stay in a shitty relationship for years just for the simple fact that you can't break that codependency issue inside you and deal with the fact that being by yourself is not a bad thing. It's okay to be alone and be happy at the same time. You don't need somebody to justify that for you. You can get satisfied off of yourself. And I do it every day. I do it every day. And yeah, sometimes it does get like lonely, but that's just that demon of codependency creeping up, and you just gotta fight it. Find something that you enjoy. And you learn a lot more about yourself and the kind of people that you actually want to surround yourself with when you get to break down your codependency. Instead of just jumping to the first person that'll take you, you'll actually start to deny people that you should have been denying a long time ago. And that's something that I've been doing, is just like really looking at the people that I surround myself with and like cutting the fat out, per se. Cutting the people out that really weren't doing anything for me, but I just kept around because they were there. And I know you guys do it too. So, to be honest with you, it's just learning yourself, learning your needs and wants over others so you can better yourself and pick better people to be with. My name is Branden Cage. I hope this video helps somebody. I love you guys, but first of all, love yourself, or no one else will.